Good morning, travelers. We are in Germany right now. We are ready to explore the day and have some breakfast with our friend Christoph. So it should be fun.
What's up? Christoph's finally featuring in one of our videos.
Yes.
Airport. We're waiting for our flight.
We had an awesome time with Christoph.
Yes, it was like very limited just to the time of the flights and everything, but it was a lot of fun.
It was really great to catch up with him.
We get to see him in about 2 weeks, so that
yeah, so it'll be fun. But
and
now
it's time for Namibia. Without looking at me, because this is very scary.
At you.
How are you feeling?
Fine. Clearly less scared than you.
He keeps getting on the sidewalk. Not really, but he is sort of.
Not really, but he is sort of.
I mean, he keeps hitting like the side, and it's scary. Oh, I don't even know how to use the camera. Okay. Goodbye.
So we've arrived in Namibia. Victoria's driving now. We both had a chance to try out the driving, which is for us on the opposite side of the road than what we're used to. As you can see, so far so good, but we have a lot of miles to make up tonight as we're going to like our farthest out point and working our way from the south of the country to the north of the country over the course of the next 2 weeks. So it should be pretty exciting, but today is just driving as we didn't really arrive until the afternoon anyway, so. But look at these sights. It is absolutely beautiful. If I can get this to focus. There it is. Just plains, and before we had mountains.
And we have seen lots of animals already.
Tons of animals. The craziest thing, which, I mean, unless I literally have the camera sitting here, every now and then there'll be birds that just sit right on the edge of the road, and they all just take off and fly in opposite directions. Like, one will go that way, one will come this way. Super cool. So far we're really impressed, even if driving on the wrong side of the road is, well, it's the right side of the road here, but for us it's the wrong side of the road.
Confusing. It requires
focus. We are in Namibia today, and we just finally got our tent packed up. Victoria's finishing closing up the back of the car.
Struggle's real.
And today we are headed out to Kolmanskop, which is this abandoned mining town here near Luderitz in the south of Namibia. And basically once the diamonds were no longer coming forth from the ground, the people were no longer staying. So we're gonna go check it out. Apparently it's quite the spectacular sight to see and a lot of great photography opportunities there, so we're excited.
And they still cannot close this, so we need a little push here. There. Woo! We just made it to
Kolmanskop.
Kolmanskop. I practiced it.
That wasn't even the right word when you said it the second time. Kolmanskop.
Kolmanskop.
And yes,
And
so
we're
we
ready to
parked.
explore. Yay!
So we're still just in our first building. It's, I believe, the quartermaster house or whatever. The outside of the building just says quartermaster, so I'm not really sure. I'm assuming it's their house. And some of the stuff in here is just incredible that you can see the detail still of like the paint. And I know a lot of these buildings had very lively paint jobs, especially compared to Victorianized house, which is all just gray. But like over here, you can clearly see where this pattern is with the blue diamonds and such, and kind of like a green and brown. Yeah, and there's some...
I mean, this one you cannot see it as much as you can do there. There's a lot of blue sections that had a pattern. Really what I have been wondering since we walked into the houses is like, why do people write on it? Like, this is such a beautiful, like, abandoned place, but like, there's no need to peel off the paint and just write your name on it. I mean, like, you can take pictures as memory, right? Like you don't live here, it's not yours. Yeah, as I would say, like, that's probably the only thing that I don't like about it.
Don't be that person.
Yes.
That's our PSA to you. Don't be that person. Don't be this person. So it was a little bit disappointing as we had our time cut short. Apparently they close at 1 o'clock. We did not see that literally anywhere.
We understood. I read something about it, but I understood that the last time that you can come in is at 1, and then you can stay till later, right?
Right, because
But that wasn't the case.
Because I thought the parts that we saw, it was like, oh, the cafeteria here and everything's open till 4, and then that made sense to us. Okay, you could come in at 1, spend 3 hours, and we don't know if this is like COVID measures, that they have more limited hours, and there's supposed to be some sort of photography permit you can get that allows you to be there from sunrise to sunset, but literally everybody left, so it doesn't look like that's the case either. So very confusing, but we missed out on seeing literally all of these buildings. You easily could spend with the limited hours probably 2 days here.
Yes.
If you wanted to see everything,
Or
if
even
you're really
from
into it.
very early, like getting right here at opening time.
So we're a little bit bummed, but we're gonna see if they still have that photography pass, but we're crossing our fingers. We're not getting our hopes up though. So good news and bad news. Good news is, look, we're back in.
We parked out the car all the way outside the gate, and they're locking it now.
So we're actually just going to be the only ones locked inside this ghost town, which is
awesome.
Awesome and creepy at the same time. The downside though is we had paid the permit to get in earlier, but that fee wasn't applicable to the photography fee, so we had to pay that on top of it. If we would have just asked for the photography one when we came in the first time, we wouldn't have had to pay both.
Yeah,
just so you guys know, if you decide to come.
And we'll make sure we write like the details and everything, but just ask for the photography one when you come in.
It's a little bit more, but it's gonna be worth it. You have more time.
And it's not by a lot. Like there was 300 Namibian for the photography pass.
Per person.
Per person, or 100 during the normal hours. So you should check it out. Do it and let's explore this stuff.
But judging by the exterior and the size of that porch, I would say that this has to be the house of whoever was in charge around here.
And it's so well preserved. It's like one of the few.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, the walls are just still perfect, no peeling, except for up there. But, and so much echo too.
There's so many bedrooms, or like rooms.
The ceilings in here are so tall, that's why you're getting such an echo. Well, after that spectacular spectacular balcony. This was definitely worth it. I'd say we both think it was worth the extra drive out here.
Yes. No, I totally think so. And getting here early and being able to stay late makes this even better. The fact that we had it for ourselves for a few hours, fantastic.
Now we have another drive back, likely in the dark tonight, but first we're gonna try to see if we can find some groceries. So we just made a quick stop at the grocery store. It wasn't really worth bringing the camera in. It was a pretty normal grocery store. So after a lot more night driving, we've arrived at our campsite. We just got the tent up and we're pretty much wrapping up for the night. The ghost town was just an incredible experience today, and we hope you enjoyed getting to see it. It really is an entire day, or possibly 2 days if you really wanted to, type of thing. So that pretty much wraps up our day. If you really enjoyed this adventure, you want to see where we're going next in Namibia, be sure to check out the Namibia playlist right up in this corner. And if you want to subscribe for more, right there. And then also be sure to like this video. It really helps out the channel.
And we'll see you all in our next escape. Hi, everyone.